Hello and welcome to this video tutorial in which we're going to explain you how the VR cardboard tour works. So remember, the first step you have to perform is to download the Google VR from the link that is in this description and install it and import it properly. The next thing will be import our package, okay, that you can download from the asset store. So once you have done those process, you can go ahead and open your scene, that is the prefab scene markers, and you will see something like this. So let me just explain how this thing is going to work. We have first of all a plane in which we have represented a part of the city of Barcelona in this case. So you can go ahead and check that we have in the mesh renderer you have a material that is called no light because it's an unlight texture, and then we have selected texture that you can find here. You have two types of the Valencian map, but of the Barcelona map, sorry. But if you want to use your own part of the globe, you can go ahead in plane, and we have a load map script here that you can click, and you can select the latitude and the longitude, and this will give you a link. Let me just show you how it works. So whenever you hit the play, you will have here in the debug console, you will have the link you can use to find that image and download it and use it in your project. Okay, so let's see if it works. Okay, so I'm going to undo all of this. You can see how the map was loaded. Okay, and if you go here, you have you can go ahead and copy this part here on the debug file, and then you can go ahead and say, okay, we copy this here, and you will see the static call to the API Google Maps. Okay, where you can obtain that map there. So in fact, you go ahead, you say save image as, and then you can use it, edit it in your project. So this is how it's done. Okay, so for the moment, if you want to work in this example, just disable this, and it will work only with a texture that is inside textures maps. Okay, so that's the first thing regarding the map. Then you have what is called the markers, the tool markers here. Okay, you have 4, which are just those Google map style small red markers that are used to show the main points. Okay, so each of those markers are composed by what is called a spherical ladder, the rigid body, and 2 scripts. Okay, we have the look at objective script that just is going to orient, is going to rotate the marker in order to make it look at the player always. You will see that effect after. And then you have the player in range. This is a script that is going to activate the text that is in the button here. Okay, it's going to do this. You can see the text is appearing and disappearing if the player is close enough. Okay, it's just to create interaction with the player if he's next to the marker, in order to get that panorama you're going to see in a couple of seconds if we have that condition of distance between the marker and the player. Okay, so the marker has an image. That image is this marker style, and then we have on top a button. The button is a rounded image. Okay, and it's set to interactable false by default, and this is changed with that script I have explained at the beginning, that is the play in range. Whenever the player is in range, that will be activated. So I think that's clear enough about the markers. Then we have the fading canvas. So the fading canvas, okay, if you go to animation and you select this animation here, let's see if it works. Okay, you will see that it's just okay, you select the proper one, the fading. Okay, it's just an animation that is going to create that fading effect. Okay, so the fading effect is used, as you can easily see, whenever we get next to a marker of these ones here, the fading effect will appear and the panorama will appear. Okay, so that's why in the panorama fading script we have all the panorama textures that you can find in textures panorama that are linked to this array of textures. And then we have the walking script, because as you can understand, whenever we want to show a panorama, the player has to be still, it's not going to move. Okay, so we need to reference this in order to activate and deactivate the walking script. And then finally we have that reference to this animation, okay, that's going to play. So as a summary, this object here has the animation of the fading effect, and whenever we are on a marker and we click on one of these buttons, the fading canvas script is called, and the animation is going to play, and a panorama is going to be rendered. So I believe you have the question, where is the panorama? So the panorama is inside the gVR main, and then we have this game object that is 360 panorama. So this is the sphere that whenever it's activated, as you can see, okay, it is displayed like the 360 panorama image around the player. Okay, I don't know why this happens. I think it's because I'm in the editor mode. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to play the scene, and I'm going to explain you how to make it work, and I'm going to try to solve your questions before you have them. So my script works with the walking filter. If you have downloaded any of our products, you have surely seen that we have a script that is for walking inside the VR. So this is included in this package. That is, it's this script that is walking filter. So we have added a debug action that allows you to move in the editor mode. So by doing this, by moving the slider, you are simulating the movement of your body whenever you are walking. Okay, so this is just like feedback of your accelerometer. Okay, so what we're going to do in this demo scene is to move, as you can see, towards the Sagrada Familia. Okay, so as you can see, the markers first of all are all looking at the player. That's the script that was on each of the markers that was called look at player, that it's managing that movement. And whenever we get next to a marker that is going, okay, as it has happened now, okay, you can see that if we go to the marker Sagrada Familia, we see that we are inside of this collider, this green collider here. So okay, so whenever we get inside that collider, the Sagrada Familia text is going to appear, and then we will have this animation. Okay, and if we click with our magnetic trigger, you will see the fading animation that is inside the fading canvas, and we will get to the panorama, as you can see. Okay, so this is how it works. So then we have also the return button inside of the panorama. So whenever you click the return button, you will go to the map again. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat the process with another example. Okay, so remember that if you want to move inside the editor mode, you have to use this. Okay, so this is the parking well. So you click again and you will see how it works. Okay, so in fact, with this package you will have the basic stuff to build your own tourism application. Okay, we believe it's really interesting, and it has a really good potential to build really good stuff. So please give it a try. We are trying to build the next generation of application for virtual reality. Our enterprise name is Carbon Buddies, and we are totally passionate by virtual reality. If you have any questions, please write to the email that appears in the description. And if you have any other ideas you want us to implement in this package, please write us, and we will try to do our best. So thanks for watching this tutorial, and I hope you consider downloading our package.